Yep, water's banned. Except for water. What up, Adam? How you doing? Can you hear me?
What's up, man? Doing well. Hey,
Cool.
Nate.
How was your stream?
It was good, man. It was good.
Were you there for Derek's Rage stream?
Nah, I wasn't. I was raising at Paladins during that time.
What was going on in Paladins?
Oh, we had a couple of games and then a couple of bad games. It happens. Same stuff every day.
Tell me about the good games first.
Almost out of Penta with Sky. That was really fun. That was a really nice. That was a really fun game.
Sky, the assassin character?
Yeah, the one with the big tatas and junk in the trunk.
As opposed to all the other Paladins girls who don't have.
Yeah.
Alright, Sky, you almost got a Penta, then what happens with these bad games?
Just lost by like really close margins.
Oh, so they weren't really bad then.
About it.
Just frustrating?
Yeah, it's frustrating a little bit.
What's the biggest thing Paladins needs to change right now? In your mind?
The hitboxes. The hitboxes are crazy big. That's what I think I wanted to change. It's not in a bad state, it's just the hitboxes are so big. The game has changed so much when it first came out.
Holy shit.
That's about it.
Oh, that was really lucky. Well, is this new character as OP as everyone says it is?
In moments he can be stupidly OP.
Has it broken the game OP?
No, just frustrating OP.
You got a flower in your hair. When you come to San Francisco. Come, Mothra. There he is, boys. Actually, since you're in here, I'm gonna put this thing on. In the midst of this battle. For safety reasons. Have to do it now. Oh yeah, we got almost 2,000 health now. Oh, he's gonna die way over there and not give us any loot. Here he comes. Now's the best time to kill him if we can kill him. Is he like stun locked? What's wrong with him?
I have no clue.
Alright, where did the loot shoot out to? Did it even shoot out that time?
Getting shoot out.
Oh, there it finally falls.
All that white.
2009. Now you gotta run across the map. Alright, cool. Let's continue Operation Cleanup and then the push to Old Haven. Probably clean up and then push main story to Old Haven. And clean up again. This seems to be a decent way of doing things, so we can hit like a new checkpoint and then scour back. You're gonna have to play through 2 beat, Adam. Are you gonna do any other characters, or do you feel like this was
Just
nostalgia?
get her to 69 and then I might do Brick. Do it and that be like get them both to 69 or just farm to make like the ultimate Lilith.
Oh yeah. You're right in that. I see a purple. It's you might actually like this, Adam. Pretty good capacity, very fast recharge.
I don't know. Oh.
I think I'm gonna need to find one of those too, since Brick's got that when the shield breaks, you do bonus damage for 5 seconds. But then you gotta wait until it charges again. So they do. The shields are so
Looks
much
like
more
they-
interesting and too, though.
They are. Looks like the new element in BO3 is gonna be radiation.
How do you feel about that? Is that interesting, or is it going to be an element, or is
I
it
don't
going to
know.
be like a property like oxygen in pre-sequel?
I'm not sure yet because I think they'll talk about it more on the first. Because when I heard like the quote-unquote the leak, whatever people want to call it,
Yeah.
it doesn't really sound like an element. It sounds like in the pre-sequel, and they're just putting it in there.
Shit doesn't scale. Got the same health as when we did it the first time. Can you wait to do the arenas again?
Can't wait.
Me neither. I'm itching to play those arenas again. I cannot fucking
Yeah.
wait till we all have our level 69s. Maybe Walter will join us for that, and we get to do the long journey. Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
fucking day of excitement and cheer.
Where you get fresh greens and whites off the ground from every round you win.
So much winning, so much reward. Don't forget the audio either.
Yeah.
8 hours of it. Prepare body and mind. So what's new at the bar? Have the tips been good lately?
They've been alright. It's slow until like May.
Has business slowed down since LeBron's no longer in Cleveland?
Yeah, kinda, and like the Indians aren't really that popular. Like I love the Indians, but they're just like not the hot spot. But when it hits like football season, that's like when it gets really busy up here.
The
Weddings,
Indians aren't
events,
popular?
everything.
They've had so many good teams.
People wait till the playoffs to like them.
That's fucked up. But it is what it is, I guess. Small media town, they say about Indians. I mean, they've got loyal diehards, though, don't they? The tribe's been around a while.
Yeah.
And the tribe, I'm assuming, is decent again this year. I don't know of a year.
They're 6-1 the past 7 games. Like
I said, I don't
and
know
a team that
of a team in recent memory of the Indians that's actually been bad. They have a solid club every year.
yeah.
We really, you can put a caret on that and put, 3.14 repeating at the end of that. Should have won that World Series 2 years ago.
Yeah. On paper, we have the best starting rotation in the whole league, but that's just on paper. They have to show up.
Well, last year we even had the most on base percentage, the most like hits per at bat percentage. Like we led the entire league in a bunch of stuff, and yet typical Cleveland sports, it just seemed to fall short in spectacular fashion. Both as a, Browns and the Indians, same shit every single season. But that year the Indians lost to the Cubs. That hurt. That hurt. They had it
Yeah.
by the freaking balls.
We choked so hard.
Yeah, we did. That was brutal. Tis what it is.
So bad that
Can't
it's
wait
like a
to-
moment in the game too. It's a moment in a video game to like play, like highlight moments in baseball history. And that's one of the things you can do. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna buy the game now. MLB is choking. Not take my money.
Lose game 7 at home.
Yeah.
We need to somehow wipe that curse away. So the stadium doesn't really fill up during the regular season for the tribe?
Not really. I mean,
We're not gonna make it.
I go to like sub games here and there, but yeah, it's just when they're it's more like on the weekends when it's like a Monday game at like 1 o'clock. There's like no one there, but also it's a Monday game at 1 o'clock, so
As in no one's there, like are they even filling a third of the stadium?
probably like 10,000 people or like maybe 6,000 out of like 30,000 seats.
And that stadium is one of the biggest in the entire league, right? As far as seating capacity.
Yeah, we still have the record for the most sellouts ever.
I've been in the nosebleed seats in that stadium, and yeah, you need fucking binoculars. Let alone that, sadly, to go to a tribe game in my area, it's like a 6-hour drive.
Crazy. Or
You and I are at opposite corners of the state. Good job. We murdered that level 33. Showed him who's boss.
and we did. Yeah, we did.
Don't you start this. Don't you start this, FPS. Nobody want... So, what are the things that Borderlands 3 could just totally fuck up at them to ruin it? Is there one thing in particular you think that they could do that would make
The
you...
one thing that I see is how they're doing the loot, like instance loot and like the old school loot, is like if the best way to farm is to have like 4 friends. So to say it's you and I, and like say it's like Walter and Vegna, we're all farming. The best way to do it is just to have all 4 people will all get instance loot, and you get the bed, and that's like the fastest way to loot. Like to me, that's what I see.
Yeah,
the
4
problem
times
with
the loot, for sure.
system being is like we'll get all the good gear, and it's like, well, that's it. Like, what else is there to do? And it's just...
So you don't think it's gonna have an
To
end
this day,
game?
I think it's gonna have an end game. I'm just worried how they're gonna do the end game.
Do you think we'll see the return of OP levels?
No.
Is
I don't
Gear...
think they'll do that again.
What does Gearbox, from what your sources have told you, feel about the OP levels?
That it was a nice test, but it just didn't work. It pigeonholed. I don't like how, I don't know if you can say better.
Yeah, it's a good word
It
for
made
it. Pigeonhole.
it made only 6 to 10 builds valuable, and that's about it.
That's generous
like,
too.
Where, when you make, yeah, or like, it was basically Maya. You just get the Sandhawk and B, and you just D-Hawk everything. Sal literally could, because everything was, you could use explosive damage. He literally could 1v. He literally could 1v 1 million the entire game and never die. And it was just.
Yeah, he was so unbalanced.
They can nail the balance.
I didn't mind his power.
Yeah.
I just felt like the other one should have been just as powerful, and it was frustrating, especially how much Axton fell off.
Axton needed a rework, like a full rework.
Yeah,
He was so bad
it
compared to
wasn't in
everyone
good
else.
shape. That was frustrating too, and I'm glad from what you're telling me, that they see it as a failed experiment, because it's probably the most pigeonholed endgame I've ever seen, and to me it was a worthless endgame. There was a major fatal flaw in Borderlands 2's endgame, in my opinion, that was exemplified in Hyperius. To beat Hyperius, you need the Norfleet. Alright, got it. How do you get the Norfleet? You farm Hyperius. You've got to fucking kill the boss that drops
Was that
the item
boss
you
that
need to
do
kill
the
him.
cheese? That you could do the cheese? Was that it, or?
I repeat, had the cheese, but I think they patched that. Where you drop the elevator on his head.
That one, and then there was one where you could like, where he couldn't hit you or something, and you could just sit there like for like 90 minutes, and it would just kill him automatically.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that one.
Like that. Yeah, there was just. It's just one thing that
I
they
know of
have
one
said
cheese because I
is
did
that
use it. Was
Yeah.
there was I need to fucking somehow remember. Oh, it had involved that boomer gun. Remember how Borderlands across the franchises got like where you can stack gun damage on guns through your.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The one from Marcus. The
Yeah.
shitty assault rifle that had like where you could just literally stack and just literally like once hit a boss.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And then you would just literally pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out on a boss through that glitch and like. But again, I sat there and did that at the hardest difficulty, and I'm cheesing the shit out of it, I won't lie, but it's the fact that it was so unrewarding. Had I not been doing it that way, even then, had I done it the legitimate way and then seen what I was going to get for all that work, I would have been pissed. There was nothing. The Seraph Crystals were what? So you buy gimmick guns for whatever fucking reason. And the problem, I love gimmick guns when they're actually somewhat functional, but the problem with the scaling of Borderlands 2 means that all gimmick guns, you're just wasting your time. They're gonna tickle something. You can't actually go and get a couple kills with it or something. Like early playthroughs of Borderlands, you can grab the shitty gun with, you know, bullets that spin and a scope on its bottom, and it's a shotgun sniper that is a grenade launcher, and be like, okay, I'll play around with it. Probably get a few kills with it and be like, that was cool. But you can't do that with the scaling of Borderlands 2. You only run meta guns just to even function. Which to me is like anti-Borderlands. What's the point of having 8 billion guns when you only use 3 of them?
Yeah, of your slogan is literally, we have a zillion guns, and then when you get to endgame, only 4 guns matter, or 2. Hawk and double, because you're and broad, North Fleet, and that's it for most of the characters.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I liked the grinds to 50, not so much 72, even though I thought it was much, much better than OP levels, just because at 50, you could still put on like a purple, even the occasional blue, and do enough damage to at least play around with it and try new stuff out. You weren't pigeonholed into, as you said, into 2 guns all the damn time, which just makes the game really samey. Let alone if you don't use Gibbs. I mean, that blew my mind that they don't like. It was a wall. Maybe it was a wall, and they said, okay, if you really want to play Borderlands for years to come, here you go. This is going to take you a really, really, really long time if you don't cheat in order to do the OP levels, because it pretty much, if you did it legit, required a playthrough each time. Just to say to farm the Grog, because you got to, or the Sandhawk, you got to play through those stories to do the save and quit dashboard shit to farm out a perfect one. And we're talking the load times on the 360 that you and I dealt with.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Like 5 minutes.
In the
You
game.
can go make dinner.
It's true.
Loading.
And you're doing that over and over and over again to try to get a perfect roll on a gun. But now you need it 4 times over. You need the acid version, you need the fire version, you need the thunder version, lighting version, I mean, and oh, it was awful. And it barely functioned. The frame rate would dip like hell, and the game would come to an absolute crawl compared to
that
what
was a game that needed to be on the Xbox One. Like, that was a game that was like, it was like on the bricks of like the 360 generation. Like, this thing is gonna break.
Just too many numbers getting crunched with that scaling. I mean, you're talking millions and millions and millions of damage and health numbers and perks and bonuses, and but that's why the game was beautiful in 1 through 50 though, because the numbers didn't get too crazy. The game ran buttery smooth. You get that badass rank, you're enjoying the story, new guns pop up, you try them out, and it's great.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the high level cap at all. I don't think that pre-sequel did Ultimate Vault Hunter mode the same way though. Didn't it just have a... It's level 79, I think, is the level cap, or 70.
Like level 70 or 70, I think.
Yeah, and then you just... It's just like Borderlands 1. Thank God, you just grind up to it. I think there is a 2.5 where everything constantly scales up to you, but there isn't any necessity to slag. Though, Adam, personally, I wasn't against the whole you gotta slag thing.
Yeah.
Were you?
No, I wasn't. Because literally literally one of Maya's abilities was literally it flags the enemy for you. So basically, I wasn't against it, but I could understand why people were. It got a little frustrating, but
I guess they were challenged by it. I mean, I thought that was the whole thing. It's literally you just remember whatever you've mapped. For me, it was left D-pad was my slag gun. I thought it added a feature, a mechanic. I didn't think Ultimate Vault Hunter mode was really that hard. I thought it was fun and a good challenge. But obviously, I've told you a million times I fucking did not like OP levels even a little bit. Because it's the contradiction. It's grind, grind, grind to be weaker, and it's grind, grind, grind so you can fight shit that doesn't matter. Because you've already got the most powerful shit in the game anyway if you're able to kill these creatures. It's not kill Hyperius in a very challenging battle so that you get a super OP gun. It's you have to kill Hyperius to get the gun in order to kill him. Which is shit, unless you cheese it.
Yeah.
And we talked about this, but it's worth talking about again. I don't think I ever got your opinion on it. Was Randy's fucking kind of getting real salty in that time period?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna ask you that, what your opinion was, actually. That's funny.
What do you think? Do you think it was right for him to tell Morning After Kill fuck you?
No, because he's a freaking CEO. Like, CEO doesn't do that. Like, if I said the stuff that he said on Twitter, I would get fired from my job.
Here, Adam.
Like, you don't do that. It's crazy to me.
Well, I agree with you. Like, aren't you supposed to be above this? And he always says direct the attention at me. And yet, when it does get directed at him, he gets pretty testy.
Yeah.
I think he's a really, really smart guy, but as you said, he's a CEO. Like, you expect better. If anything, just don't say anything. Maybe he thinks it like in a business capacity, that shit's gonna, you know, like get eyeballs, and that's all that matters. Sort of like there's no such thing as bad press. Personally, though, I feel like it's bad press because as much as we like Gearbox, that's the kind of shit that makes us feel like Destiny could have taken over Borderlands. Though, of course, Destiny completely fucked it up. And Division is giving them legitimate competition right now.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
I see that. Oh, hey there. Hey, Aliog, how you doing? Twitch.tv/AliOg. She's great. Streams Overwatch, streams a lot of PvP games. She's been building a pretty loyal community over there. Go check her out. Yo, Freak Show. Freak Show's got almost 2,000 hours in this chat, man. He's a long time viewer. Long time community member. Yo, Freak Show! What up, buddy? How's your hand? How was therapy? Do you, I see Githalion said we're not done yet. This Guardian Con. Is this going to be the last Guardian Con and no more Destiny for Broman and the gang? Or?
I think he's gonna win Destiny.
Will he do 3?
Who knows? If Borderlands 3 is amazing, I don't think he will, because he's like, I don't know. I think he knows like that's something weird. Like Borderlands is like his home game, and I think he kind of only played Destiny because he got a lot of viewers and stuff. But
I don't think
be wrong.
Broman's ever gonna be done with Destiny.
No.
And I think that he's just simply embedded in the Bungie thing. Githalion, he's like neutral, it seems like. He doesn't ever close his door on a game or really trash a game anymore, ever. No. But his version of being negative, it seems like, is he just doesn't really play it or talk about it. And he doesn't really talk or play about Destiny that much anymore, whereas Broman still puts whole days into it. I do think he'll get Destiny 3, but it seems like he, of all of the really hardcore people who built a huge... I mean, Githalion was the biggest Destiny streamer at one time. He totally built a community around that. Yeah. He transitioned so effectively from Borderlands to Destiny.
It's kind of crazy how well he transitioned.
He was able to bring that whole Borderlands community over and just then grab the Destiny community and fucking skyrocket. But...
yeah.
I think that it's plainly obvious that he seems to have soured on Destiny. Which, can you blame him for that?
Oh, I bet they give him money to stream Destiny.
You think he's gonna start getting paid to play Destiny just to keep it on there?
I wouldn't be surprised if Bungie pays a couple streamers to stream their game just because how they're just not, it's not getting the traction or hype anything Destiny. It's just a lot of these big Destiny streamers aren't really getting people, and it's just not like the old news, man. Like the old hotness. Now Borderlands 3 is the new hotness, and Destiny is the old. In my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see how good VL3 does.
Ali, yeah, of course. I'll add you to auto host as well. I gotta add a couple people. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for doing that, by the way. Freak Show, therapy sucked. Got new toys to play with, though. Got new toys to play with, like therapy bands and stuff. Do you feel like your hand's slowly but surely getting better? Good job getting through that, man. That therapy shit's not easy. And when I listen to that, Adam, it makes me feel like you're taking almost a cynical point of view, which is an honest point of view most of the time. That it's not really about the game so much, it's just about the entire business of it. It's gonna get the views, and then people will move on to whatever gets the views next.
I think the hardcore players like us will stick with Borderlands 3 and all that. I think Broman and like Italian, it's more about the money now than like actually grinding out the game and stuff, in my opinion. So that's what I kind of think about it when it's like the bigger streamers.
Yeah.
Is like they kind of just like, oh, I'm gonna stream this because this is what will get me paid.
I guess Broman was originally a Borderlands guy. Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't know about him. I don't feel like a dick, but I had no idea who he was until Destiny.
Well, that's where he got his start. One last question: can I share on my Discord your channel? Yeah, of course, Ellie. Post it in there. Post it in there for sure. That was a long yell. That was guttural. How many viewers does Destiny 2 tend to get anymore?
Look, I don't even keep up with Destiny anymore.
It's pretty amazing that Destiny 1 was a top 5 Twitch directory game for years. Years it did not fall off. It had such a loyal following. And how
5.4K.
5.4K. It's not awful. Not awful. Where does that put it in the directory?
Not what it used to be.
Maybe like 10th down?
30.
30 plus down?
35th.
Oh wow, it's pretty low then.
35th down, 34, 35.
Do you remember the days of Destiny never being out of the top 5, top 10?
Yeah, I remember when it was like number 1 for like 3 years. For all of D1. Like that was the game to watch.
Yeah, definitely console games. It was right there with League of Legends and shit. It's weird. It had such an intense following and such a loyal following, and that one sequel burned so many bridges. We went totally the wrong way. We could have literally had this done. Oh well. It's fun to kill shit. Well, all painful toys. Oh, that's not the good kind then. Will Sledge be here? Does he respawn?
You should.
I'm surprised to hear you say that you don't really feel like any of it's genuine with Italian. You just think it's where the money is, he goes, and then once that's done, it's on to the next thing.
That's why I love Morning plays like if he fucking loves Borderlands. Like that is his stuff. And with Italian, it's like I don't really know yet. MTash, I'll never fucking trust that dude to save my life. But I used to watch MTash a lot, but after he changed his mind every 5 seconds, I'm like, I'm not watching you anymore, man. Like, you change your opinion more about games than I do. sad.
Well, I agree with you. I think he follows trends way too hard, but I do remember
Yeah.
Goth being on the Borderlands forums back in the day, and being a Borderlands guy, being excited about it, being a mod, and like being a kind of pretty much an OG. I mean, truly an OG of that whole thing. He was excited about the first one and really got behind it. There wasn't a very big community at that point. That's where I get my name, is from that forums. Still my forum name, but it's like in 2008 there was not that many people excited for the Borderlands. There was a few people for sure.
No, there wasn't.
But it wasn't what it is today, which is this fucking franchise worldwide and massive pop. You know, the fucking, oh my god, I fucking love this hero shooter MOBA. That didn't exist yet.
Is this like Overwatch?
Yeah, this needs to be more like Overwatch. But he was a part of that, so I do trust that he is a Borderlands, you know, guy, and he's doing it legitimately for the Borderlands reasons, because it's been years of this shit. But I also don't think, regardless, he's gonna burn any bridges with any other game, and that's the business sense aspect of it. And I don't know whether to respect it. I think it's a damn smart strategy, or to wish that there would be more honest airing of the grievances and opinions. You know that his video talking on Destiny 2 would get a hell of a lot of views if he really truly came out with what he thinks.
Yeah, exactly. I think all of them played Borderlands 2 already. I think that's why they joined the stream team.
Oh yeah?
I think they've already played it. Yeah.
Yep. You think it's that far along, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much in certification. What are we respecting? We're talking about different games and different streamers, and where we think some of these bigger Borderlands streamers are going to head as Borderlands 3 goes through its life cycle, whether some of them are going to keep on the Destiny grind and that train or what. But especially like Italian has been able to manage building a Destiny community, a Division community, and a Borderlands community, which is a triple fucking win, and not many people are able to pull that off. Thanks for being here, Jeremiah. I mean, Adam and I, we're still the fucking Battleborn community, and there's how many people left? 0?
Yeah. 0.
Yo. Hey. Watch out. Here we go. Lieutenant Big One! Way down south we get to Jeremiah. Jeremiah. Thanks for being here, dude. Where I don't respect it is in that you cannot tell me that there are not genuine criticisms to give to Destiny as a franchise.
Exactly.
There's a lot it did good, and I don't think you nor I have ever said otherwise, that Destiny didn't also at the same time, especially the first one, accomplish some amazing pioneering things. From the raids to the shared world, the armor kits, to just how much people were dedicated to it. Even with all its missteps, it was really, really ambitious. And I personally respect that. You're telling me 2 was of that same merit? It wasn't. It was the opposite of ambitious. I still can't understand how Destiny was able to make a comeback. Like, it got the first chance, and that made sense, but then the fact that history repeated itself to a T, that you had to buy the $60 DLC 6, 7, 8 months later to get the game into the shape it should have launched in, because they'd already had 5 years to get it right, and they'd already gone through that DLC process once before. It blows my mind that people just were like, that's perfectly acceptable. You have to pay for it. Had it been free, but like, you know, understandable. Or even just $20. You had to buy the $60 DLC again. Buy the game over to have what you should have had already. How about the $100 version of that game, man? I had too many hours in, and I couldn't get my refund, but I would have felt so much better about it had I been able to get my money back. That was my worst video game purchase of the last few years.
That's probably my worst purchase in like the past like decade of games.
That, and I hate to say it, you may agree though, you may not. The Borderlands pre-sequel season pass.
That's the worst season pass. The third worst season pass. Second worst season pass I've ever bought.
What's the worst
That was
season
so
pass
disappointing.
for you?
Destiny 2 season pass.
Oh, I mean, it was the same old shit though. The expansion pass. You get two $20 DLCs, which are just horse shit. Shallow experiences to pay us to make room for the next DLC that finally fixes it. Do you think that Destiny 3 will follow this exact same model? It'll be history repeating itself?
I think it'll be this. I think it's gonna be the same crap. Just they're gonna I'm not gonna buy it.
Even without the Activision. Isn't it due out fairly soon? Like a year from now? We're supposed to, because the leaks are already on.
I don't think they can wait. Problem.
Well, the numbers say that Forsaken sold for shit. So you may just be right in that. This was not a Taken King level sales experience for Destiny. Look, what do you do? I will never wish ill will on somebody, but the company, the brand, that's what got ruined. Not the developers themselves, that is what it is, but the brand of Destiny and of now of Bungie has been totally squandered for many, many people. Not all. And if you're that, fucking stubborn about something, so be it. That's your money, not ours, but fuck Borderlands 3, says Jeremiah. Gearbox has always been shit. Destiny OG loot and shoot. Yeah, it's the OG looter shooter, where you can make 3 characters and they're on a server. So, you rent them. Put 2,000 hours into them and you dedicate tons and tons of your time, your real life, personal time into them. You grind, you farm, you level them up. But once the servers go offline, you never own them. And it's still $60. Whereas, as I said, pretty much every stream I mention this because I think it bears repeating. My 360, I had it not online. It's an old ass one, no Wi-Fi. I put in my Borderlands disc. All my characters were there I could play. I can make as many fucking characters as I want. Why in 2009 was that fine? In fact, every game had that. And then you get into 2012 and Destiny 1 and suddenly you can only make 3 characters and they're on a damn server. You don't own them. Do you feel like that's fair, Adam? That like 5 years from now your Destiny character won't exist? What the hell?
That's bullshit.
This is challenge mode. This is what it's like to play Major League Baseball. I'm gonna need you so bad. I cannot hit anything.
Oh shit, I'm trying